I want to go back, right? Let's go back to like almost just, I don't want to say not the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get in the big star. I don't think we even got enough time for the big star shit.
And this is part one. We going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna go crazy again. But even just when you first got to LA, you feel what I'm saying? What was one of the things that even made you decide to say, yo, you know what? I'm staying here. This is where I'm going to be. I think this is the move for me, because you started in Atlanta. You was in Atlanta for a while, and then you just
it was
like,
Atlanta that made me pick LA, because I went to Atlanta, and it's funny. I just talked to Dave about this a couple days ago. Me and Dave, we play Monopoly like every.
Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave Shan.
Shout
out to Dave, man.
So we talk all I talk to Dave.
Monopoly
like
Go.
So be playing Monopoly.
Basically, in Atlanta, it just wasn't working for me. Shout out Chubby Baby, man. He was
Chubby Baby.
He was opening doors for me, bringing me to different studios, but it just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and it's nobody's fault except mine. I didn't know how to navigate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I remember Gucci Mike came down. And that's how Gucci Mike ended up moving to the A from coming to visit.
That's how I started moving. That's how I moved to the A.
So I'm down there with Dave. Dave opened his house to me, gave me a key. Like it was. Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys. Man. It was beautiful
for sure.
For me, the whole thing was this. I was living in Sicklerville, remember, at the spot.
And
this is really. And this is kind of going back, but I want to get some jewels.
That's fine.
Nah, go ahead. I mean, they need all that.
My sister, who's younger than me, she was doing something in the house that I didn't like, and it wasn't nothing a big deal. She had her and her friends, and they was like, she's gonna hate that I'm telling people this, but they would take a bowl of mayonnaise and put ketchup and make a whole bowl of mayonnaise and ketchup and dip pretzels in it, right? So you remember where my studio was in the basement?
They can sell bottles of that shit now.
Yeah,
you know that,
that's
right?
bottled up now.
They owe her a
this
check.
shit pissed me
go
off.
ahead.
So you know where my studio was in the basement, but there was a room before that. So she was down there hanging out. First of all, she had a whole nice room upstairs. Nobody don't want to hang out into the basement until I'm always going in the basement, right?
Yeah, that's how I go.
So I come down the basement to get some work done, start working on some shit. It's like 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. She's sleeping, her friend's sleeping over here, she's sleeping, and I could just smell the mayonnaise jar, and it's just hot in there, and it's sweaty, and I just got
that shit was
pissed
cooking.
off, bro. I was mad as shit. I'm like, why are y'all down here? This is my space. Y'all go upstairs. I need this space to myself. I don't want to go weird shit.
Yeah, word.
So I went upstairs, and I was about to tell my mom, bro, and literally I caught myself. I was like, bro, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 25 years old. About to tell on my fucking, I was like, I might have been older. I was like 26. I'm about to tell on my sister, bro.
Yeah, it get like that.
Bro,
It get like that.
literally, that might have, I don't know what day it was, but that was like a Monday.
Something clicked.
Literally, the next day, I packed up all my shit and I drove to Atlanta. I was like, yo, I have to go. I was like, I can't be mad at her. She didn't do nothing wrong.
That's perfect.
I'm a grown-ass man.
Perfect wake-up
trying
call.
to tell on my fucking little sister.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Had to pull myself back.
Had to check. Yo.
And I called Dave and I was like, yo, you think I could come out for a little bit? I wanted to see how it is. He's like, yo, pull up. All I had was fucking sneakers and clothes.
Word.
I brought my computer, put it in the trunk of the Caprice, and I just drove to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tell nobody. I just popped up.
That's some movie
I
shit.
drove straight there. I got gas like once or twice, and I was there. I listened to Reasonable Doubt the whole way, right? So then I partied. I partied the whole fucking time. I was going with Ace. I'm going here. I'm going there. My car registration expired. I was supposed to do something with it. I was supposed to send it to somebody that's going to do it. On the last day when I was supposed to come, Gucci was down there now. The last day when I was supposed to come back, I was there for like a month. The last day when I was supposed to come back, Gucci Mike and them had a truck. I'm sorry. I think I flew back for a holiday and I drove back with Gucci Mike, but my car was still there. Yeah. I had to bring my car back to Jersey. I couldn't just leave it in front of his crib. I didn't have no car in Jersey.
Right, sure.
So Gucci was like, if worst case, you could just ride back with us. And he left, and I was like, no, I'm gonna get my car. And I realized all this shit that I was letting happen to my car wasn't working. And I realized I partied the whole fucking time I was in the A, and I wasn't getting worked. And
Atlanta would do that to y'all, yo.
That shit turned me out.
I was sitting at Dave's
crazy.
kitchen table. I was talking to her. I just started crying, bro. I just felt so bad about myself, bro. I was so down on myself. I was like, I fucked up. I was like, I'm a nut, bro.
Yeah.
I was so mad at myself. He's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, bro, fuck that. He's like, it's not that deep. But to me, it was because I didn't go there for that. I went there to really make something
figure
happen.
Some shit out.
You feel me?
Word.
And I think that was my breaking point where I was like, all right, I'm no more fucking around. I'm gonna go home. I went home for 2 months, got right with my folks, with my shorty at the time, everything, and I packed up my shit. I called Cardiac. I'm like, yo, we got to get the fuck out of here. We talked about it for a few days, and we got the fuck out of there, and we moved. We went to an Airbnb. It's funny. The nigga who picked us up from the airport the first time was Sharon Barber. You know what I'm saying? From
Shout out to Sharon, man.
The nigga had a pickup truck.
Sharon.
Nigga had a pickup truck.
Crazy,
Picked us up from the airport, took us to the Airbnb. I think I'm lying. No, yes. Took us to the Airbnb. Then X already had was living in LA. We was in the Airbnb. We were supposed to be there for a month. Then it went to 2 months. And then X had a spot. This nigga had just got his spot and let us sleep on the floor. We fully occupied this nigga's whole house.
That's
he didn't
crazy.
never get to enjoy his first apartment, bro.
That's wild.
It was me and Cardiac just sleeping in the fucking living room of this nigga's house. He never got to enjoy his apartment.
Crazy.
So that was like, I'm just when I think back about some of this shit,
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, I wouldn't have been able to do it if Cardiac ain't go half with me. I wouldn't have been able to do it if X ain't let me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's so many
word.
people that's part of your story. If Dave didn't let me do this, if this person didn't do this, if this person didn't do this, it's so many people that's part of your story, and it's just a beautiful thing. But to answer the question, to get to the LA, I just had to tell that part. But to answer the question about LA, the thing that made me stay was, like I said, the DJs was receptive. So this is really, really exactly what made me stay. Critical came out to LA, and he had this lady that was going to sign him. Her name is Makiba Riddick. So, and mind you, at this point, I'm straight on management. Like I wasn't really on my artist joint like that. I had a project, I was making shit, but I was on management and I was trying to write. I was trying to be a writer. So we go to a meeting with Makiba. She wants to sign Critical. She didn't realize that he was signed to Heartfelt Music. So she got mad as hell in the meeting. She was like, damn, yeah. And the main boss was like, it's cool. Like he said everything could be figured out by a conversation. So she was like, all right, cool. So she was like, play me some stuff. So they played some stuff.
She started spazzing in the meeting,
She wasn't spazzing like that, but she from Baltimore.
Yeah, I already know.
She ain't playing with nobody.
UT.
She definitely, she was spazzing, but she wasn't like, it wasn't disrespectful, but she was like, why y'all do this? Why y'all? She was real. She was like, what? And we ain't have no answer. Critical ain't really know. Like, nobody knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we was all
novice.
Everybody knew what to do at the time.
And I started playing. So then I was like, I'm gonna play some stuff too. So I was playing Young and Fly beats. That was at that time we had Critical, Young and Fly on Heartfelt Music.
Right.
And I was playing Young and Fly, but I was on all the hooks. So then I played. She was like, "Oh, these beats is crazy." She was like, "Who's on these hooks?" And I was like, "That's me." So she was like, let me talk to you for a second. She pulled me in the other room. So she was like, you got these. She's like, you managing Cardiac. You got the Critical dude song. Because the reason she brought Critical is because he had did a song for Kelly Rowland and Fab. So and she wrote the song. So she wanted to sign him. She had just got a JV at I think Atlas Music.
Okay.
So she was able to sign people. So she was like, you managing Cardiac. You and him both have your own company together where you signing this dude that I just worked with, and you got this other kid signed. She was like, and you making these great hooks. She was like, you on some? I'm not trying to
talk your shit.
She was like, you on some puff? Like you on your Puff Daddy? Like you really like doing your thing. Like you got a lot going on.
You on your
She was
love.
like, I want you to come through tomorrow with your catalog, with everything, and just meet me by yourself and, figure it out.
Chop it.
So his deal was already excluded because he was already signed. You feel me? He couldn't do it, And what they was offering him, I don't think he was really feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he already had shit going on. He had Love Yours going on. He had the placement with
Love Yours is the J. Cole record,
J.
y'all.
Cole,
Y'all didn't know.
what I'm
Crazy. Shout out to Critter.
He had a bunch of things going on already. I think they had a record with Nicki and Fabulous they had a
Nicki
lot of
and
things
Fab.
in motion.
Word,
so
word.
the number wasn't even right for him. But then she came and she offered me something, and I was like, shit, I'll do it. I don't got nothing going on.
Yeah,
I don't got no deal, no
word.
nothing. So she got me a deal, and that's how I was able to move to LA. And that's what
Where'd she get you the deal at?
At Atlas Music. I signed to her JV.
Atlas. Okay.
So at that point, I signed to her JV. They cut me a check. I think it was like 30 grand, and which is very, very, very low for a pub deal. But it allowed me to have a place to live, to get my own apartment.
You can figure some shit out now. Word.
Yeah, I was able to really move around from there, and it just set me up for success. You know, so shout out to Makiba Riddick.
How is Makiba, man? Y'all still talking?
I still talk to her. She's more on a family vibe right now.
Okay.
I mean, because she's rich as fuck.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, her job is done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, word.
But she's one of the most incredible people that I met. I don't think that I would have. I can't say it was all on her, but she put me in position to not have to worry about anything. Now, when you get an amount like 30, you can't go buy nothing.
Yeah, you gotta.
You can't go buy shit.
Nah, you gotta stretch that motherfucker.
Y'all be surprised how fast 30 you can blow.
You can't go
30.
give nobody nothing tonight. I put that 30 and I said, this is for rent only.
Yeah,
I didn't buy shit.
Right.
Word.
And even with Cardiac, bro, he was getting to a bag. I learned a lot from him. This man had an airbed, bro. Like niggas was on like paper plates, airbed, my mattress on the floor.
Yeah, man. Stacking them pennies
in the back
up, man.
room on a futon. Tony G sleeping on this room in a futon because you never know when the next bag coming.
Nigga, the
you feel me?
crib.
So,
then you had like a door, like it was like a closet.
My door wasn't even a door. It was like
a door.
It was
like
like
the door she pulled.
Oh, like the what's
Like
the instrument? What's the instrument?
Accordion door, bro.
So, that shit is crazy.
You know, we definitely can't come from very, very humble beginnings, man. And a lot of it just came from discipline, not trying to flex, and really just focusing on the work, you know.